There have been so many vampire movies made since movies began, since silent films. And I know that there's a cult of, vampire experts and lovers and all of that. And I think the reasons that vampires are the most fun monsters to do is because they're very, very, very sexy. The werewolf is not sexy. Frankenstein is not sexy. A lot of the famous monsters, the mummy is not sexy. They're really, they're creatures of horror. But the concept of, a dashing man who's a count in evening clothes appearing at the beautiful young woman's window at night, and then systematically draining the fluids from her body so that she surrenders to him is very sexual.
You have to approach vampires with the belief as a filmmaker that this is real. When you sit with your actors and you're discussing it, or you're sitting with your director, or you're sitting with writers, how do you approach it? Are you going to coach as a total comedy? That's one thing. But if you're going to try and convince an audience that it's real, then you got to believe it. And you got everybody around you's got to believe it. And if they don't believe it, then they're not going to be delivering to that screen what you want. And it's such a scary freaking thing. If you want to scare people, find the things that's going to scare them. And that things that go bump in the night are pretty scary. Things that go in the night are pretty scary. And when your best friend, she turns around and bites you in the neck, and it's not just a love tap, but it's, oh God, things are pretty scary.
Initiation's over, Michael. It's time to join the club.
Flirting with the dark side always has had its fascination, because you learn, and there's wisdom there, and especially in post-Freudian era with Jung, that the shadow is 90% gold, that you have treasures there that you need to learn about yourself to be a whole person.
Don't fight, Lucy. It's so much better if you don't fight.
Mom, don't!
Sucking blood, making someone your love slave. The fascination with throwing over what we're supposed to do, as opposed to what we really want to do.
Everyone just thinks that vampires are so cool. Really, the fangs, the long hair, the look. Plus, you're also watching, let's say, Interview with a Vampire, or even The Lost Boys. All the vampires are I'm totally heterosexual, love women, but the guys are gorgeous.
I think it's sex. I think when it comes down to it, it's the sex of the sex appeal of this underculture. People want to go out, they want adventure. And I think maybe it offered us some adventure, some sexy adventure.
Sleep all day, party all night. Never grow old, never die. It's fun to be a vampire. That is a great fountain of youth concept. Of course, your soul is damned, but we don't worry about that too much when we're young.
I think that's what Lost Boys really did, is it put some sexy style, some, charisma on it, and made the whole thing more appealing and more romantic to everybody. The idea of, hey, you're not just dead, you're dead with bonuses.